What's good, people? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about BRONNY James and the decision that they made to just have him be a part-time G League player, and also the things that Brian Windhorst said. So we're going to get into that whole little situation. But before we start, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel because we're halfway to the 1,000 mark. 1,000 subscribers. I think we're like at 508. So if you don't do me a favor, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. So without further ado, we're about to get into this. So it was a couple of days ago that the NBA analyst Brian Windhorst, he came out with a report that said that he said something about the whole nepotism, like he didn't care about that, but now the nepotism is getting a little too far, how the Lakers are handling BRONNY James, how they're handling him and what they're doing. So he said that the Lakers are going to send him to the G League, but he's only going to be a part-time. No, he didn't even say part-time. He said kind of part-time. He's going to be kind of part-time G Leaguer, but he's still an NBA player. He's going to still be on the NBA roster. And also, he's only going to play home games for the Lakers G League team, which is the South Bay Lakers. And he's not going to play no away games, and he's not going to fly commercial at all. So I don't know what was the whole deal about that, which, at this time, Brian Windhorst, he doubled back, spent the block, just went back on everything he said, because I'm pretty sure the LeBron James camp or whoever told him to, like, hey, you need to go back and change what you said, because it made them look bad. It made Brian look like he was a diva and this and that, all kind of stuff. And, he was one of those guys that was a whole LeBron James supporter from day one, wrote a book about him. He was a LeBron supporter the whole time. But even he called it out. So my thing is, the whole handling of Bronny is just, it's so sad to me that the NBA is allowing this. And not only the NBA, it's just the Lakers organization. That is just a slap in the face to all the greats who came through there, all the people who came through there, won championships, everything from Kobe to Magic to, you can just name it. And I don't understand why an organization like that is letting LeBron James just run it the way he wants. They literally gave him the keys to the franchise and said, do what you want. You're LeBron, do what you want. You can't do no wrong. And when, as far as drafting his son, and then not only that, it's just how they're handling him. It makes no sense. It just makes zero sense. It just seems like how everything that they're doing, they are trying their best to only put him in situations where he's going to just shine, like no hardship, no competition, no nothing. They're going to put him in a situation where he's going to have to just shine. He can't do no wrong, but just shine. So I don't like the fact that they're just keeping him away from competition to develop all kind of things. I mean, this just goes back to when he was at USC, and, with the whole heart condition, the cardiac arrest. So glad he recovered from that. So glad he recovered from that. That's any parent's worst nightmare, what the James family went through and what Bronny went through. Glad he recovered. But at the end of the day, even in his college career, the numbers don't lie. And the media was just trying to make up this whole narrative. He had a heart condition. We can't look at those stats because he never could get it together because of that. He was still trying to get his feet under him. But at the end of the day, we have to call what we see on the court. And here's the thing that I don't understand. I know I'm getting a little bit off subject about the whole situation with him with the G League, but I don't understand why we let the whole cardiac arrest kind of throw everything away what he did in college. Everything. Him averaging like 4 points a game, 4 to 6 points a game, or whatever, something like that, somewhere in between there. Averaging that and all kind of stuff. And the media is like, oh, you just got to give him time to develop and this and that. But if we have to give him time to develop, then why didn't he stay at USC? He could have stayed at USC and transferred. He wasn't even the best player on his team. And that USC team was not good. He couldn't crack the starting lineup. How many games he started? Like a handful? And I just felt like they did that just to please LeBron. Because Bronny James is just a walking ad. They just throw him out there and the seats to get filled. So I don't understand why we just, no, not we, but the media is just like, oh, throw everything out what he just did in college. He had a cardiac arrest, and then he went to the NBA Combine and did the games. He literally averaged the exact same thing he did in college. Oh, just give him time. He's going to develop in the NBA. Okay, he gets in the NBA. Literally the exact same thing is happening. The exact same thing. You cannot make this up. And one thing I just hate that what the media is trying to do, they're trying to force you to view Bronny in a certain way. They're manipulating his stats. If you go on like ESPN, on Instagram, Twitter, it doesn't matter. ESPN, any kind of, sports outlet, they're manipulating his stats to look a certain way because they're trying to make it seem like Bronny had a good game. Bronny did this, Bronny did that. They're not putting none of like he went 0 for 15 or something like that. They're not putting none of that. They're only putting certain stats to make him look good. And I don't understand why, if you call it like it is, to say Bronny is not an NBA player, he's not ready, he's nowhere near ready, the development process can't start because he never got his feet under him in college. And if somebody like that, if we say that, the real people say it, the ones who don't get, see through the bull crap, we get called haters. We get called, oh, well, how can you hate that a father's doing this for his son? You would do it for your son. Oh, you just hating on a black king, this and that. Y'all just hating. Here's the thing. We can sit there and call out KD, right? Nobody's talking about these guys like personally. Nobody's talking about a player personally. We always critique them, the player. We don't critique Bronny James as the kid. We critique him as Bronny James, the pro NBA player. But as soon as you scrutinize Bronny James' style of play, his play on the court, and say he's not ready, then you get called everything. You a hater. You're this, you're that. You don't believe in him. You this, you that. You just hating. Give him time. This and that. But here's the crazy part, though. Here's the crazy part. He had time to develop, but it just didn't happen. Because, like I said, because of the cardiac arrest, that could have hindered him. That I'm not saying that did or didn't. That I'm pretty sure that was a part of it. But my thing is he had time over and over and over to get his feet on him, but it never did. Bronny wasn't the best player in high school. He wasn't the best player in college. He's not the best player in the NBA. So we scrutinize Kevin Durant. We scrutinize Jason Tatum. We talk about their play. Oh, they're not ready for the moment, this and that. But as soon as we talk about Bronny, it's like people are just so scared to call it, say the truth. They're so scared. It's like they tip around, they jump through hoops and loops and obstacles just to be careful about what they say. And it's nothing negative. It's always, oh, Bronny's just a good player. He's this, he that. And when they put videos of him on like, sports pages and things, he get a block shot. Oh, Bronny's cooking. Or he does like a assist. Bronny's cooking. Or he lays the ball up for 2 points. Oh, Bronny's cooking in his first game and this and that. They're all doing this to just push the narrative of what they're trying to say because they know it looks crazy. So back to the whole G League thing that the Lakers made. So my thing is, what has Bronny James done to deserve treatment like that? To partially be a part-time G League player, because his first game, let me pull up the stats real quick. So in his first G League game, Bronny scored 6 points, had 4 assists and 3 rebounds. That don't seem like the best for somebody who getting this much attention. That don't seem like it's worth it, right? Okay, so that's the first game. Second game, Bronny's second game in the G League, he scored 4 points. He went 2 for 10 on the field, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 block in 26 minutes. What does that tell you? And it just seems like they're trying to force Bronny to be this dominant scorer. They're literally putting his gameplay up to LeBron. Like at some point it's going to come out. Oh, just give Bronny time. It's going to come out. But it's a track record of him only scoring 6 points, 4 points, 3 points. Every now and then, Bronny may just burst out with like 12, 15 points. But that's once every blue moon, every 10, 15 games, or every like 6, 7 games, something like that. It's not going to be consistent because they fail to realize that they fail to push the narrative that, okay, Bronny is just an average player. He's not ready for the NBA. But I would never be one of them people that would be like, oh, he will never, ever pan out to be an NBA player. Because at the end of the day, I believe that if you just give him time, he'll develop into something. Whether that's a quality NBA player, a role player, or that's a little great player. I don't know. But I'm not going to be one of these people that's sitting there just pushing a narrative to make it seem like Bronny is just destined for greatness because of his daddy. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting that stuff on him. So, and I wish people would stop doing that. They're trying to force him to be something he's not ready for. So, to the whole commercial, not flying commercial and stuff like that, what has Bronny done to do something like that? He's the son of an NBA player. An NBA player is probably one of the greatest NBA players of all time. Me personally, I don't think he's the greatest of all time. He's one of the greatest. He's in the GOAT conversation. But my thing is, what has he done to deserve to be flying, not to fly commercial and not to be playing on the away games with the G League on the South Bay Lakers? For one, if he's going to only be going to the home games and not playing away games, but he's going to be part-time player, how is he going to develop? How is he going to develop? If they're going, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to even have him playing a lot of home games in the first place. So my thing is, he's going to be at all the home games for the Lakers on the bench and probably play the, trash time. But he's going to be part-time on the G League, which I'm pretty sure he's not practicing with them as much. He may work with them once a week, if that. So now you got a guy going to the G League games, home games, playing with a group of guys that's out there that is hungry. They got that dog in them that's trying to get on the NBA roster. With Bronny, if he don't pan out in the NBA, that's fine. He's straight. But they're forcing him to do this stuff. I feel like it. So my thing is, you got a guy that barely practiced with them, don't know the team as well, don't know the game plan, hasn't played with them, don't know none of the players' tendencies, all kind of stuff like that. No team chemistry with them. And you got Bronny coming in to take somebody else's minutes. That deserves it. I mean, I just feel like it's a slap in the face. So if he's barely going to be playing, if he's going to be somewhat part-time, what is he going to get practice? What is he going to do? Practice with the Lakers? That's what he's going to develop? Which, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, he's practicing with LeBron. He's practicing with Austin Reeves, Anthony Davis, Hachimura, whatever his name, Rui Hachimura. He's practicing with those guys. I understand. Yeah, those are like high-level NBA guys, but it's nothing like throwing him out there to the dogs to play against Ja Morant, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kyrie. These are some different type of players, man. And they're just keeping him away from competition. Like they're just keeping everything in-house to cuddle him. They're babying him. I've never seen an NBA player get babied like that. Never seen it. Ever. Never seen it. So I just don't feel like he's, first of all, him not flying commercial. He's done nothing to just not fly commercial. He's not a celebrity. He's the son of an NBA player. And somebody made a good point about this. If they don't want him to fly commercial because, oh, he's a celebrity, this and that or whatever. Why wasn't it a problem when he was in high school? He went to all the away games. Why wasn't it a problem when he was at USC? He traveled to all the away games with his team. I don't know how they flew. I'm pretty sure they flew private, but he went to all the away games. What's the difference with the G League? He's going to be flying to the games. I just don't understand. Like, they're making it seem like they know what they're doing, but it just screams nepotism in the wrong way. In the wrong way. Now, if LeBron James said, I'm not riding the team bus with y'all to the game. I'm taking my own jet. I'm taking a private jet. I'm getting my own personal driver to take me. Nobody's going to question it. Nobody is going to question that. If Kevin Durant and Devin Booker decides we're not flying with the team, we're taking our own private jet, or we're going solo to the game by ourselves, nobody will have a problem with that. Same for Luka, Kyrie, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Anthony Edwards, all the superstars. Nobody's going to have a problem with that on the team because they know they're going to show up and perform. They're the guy. They've proven that you put the ball in their hand, they can make magic happen. You can lean on them and they're going to win you games. You can depend on them. They earn the right to make those decisions for themselves. Whether we hate it or love it, we can't say nothing about it because come tip-off time, they're going to perform. Bronny has done nothing to deserve none of that. So shame on the Lakers for allowing LeBron to come in and run the organization. Shame on the Lakers for drafting Bronny just to please his father. And shame on LeBron for putting Bronny in a situation he's not ready for. I mean, you can just see clearly as day that LeBron is doing this only for his legacy. That's the only thing he's doing. Just like him joining the Lakers. He's trying to do things that other great players haven't done. He's trying to go to the Lakers and also have 2 jerseys hung up and be retired, just like Kobe did. He's trying to go there and win multiple championships. He's trying to get Bronny to go to the NBA and cuddle him and only put him in certain situations because he's ego-driven. He has a huge ego, and he's only doing this just because he's trying to be the best to ever do it in any aspect because he does not want any tarnish on his legacy. And it's going to kill him inside if Bronny doesn't pan out while he's still in the NBA because he's trying to outdo Michael and all the greats. He's trying to do something that they've never done. So that's why he's doing this with Bronny. And also, to the people that keep saying we're haters, we are not haters. We're a fan of sports. We see through the bull crap. We're not finna sit there and let the ESPN talking heads tell us what we should or shouldn't think. Even they don't believe what they're saying, but at the end of the day, the LeBron James crew is telling them to say this. I mean, you go back to the draft when LeBron got drafted. I mean, they were saying that, Rich Paul was calling around telling teams not to draft him or he's going to go overseas. What kind of bullcrap was that? I guarantee you every NBA team never called. They only pushed that out there to make Bronny seem like he was wanted. Like everybody wanted to draft LeBron just for the hopes they could get LeBron James. It was never going to happen. It was never going to happen. They was pushing a narrative that never existed. That wasn't even true. So that's my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think the Lakers are doing Bronny a service or disservice? And yeah, that's all I got. But make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, and I'll see y'all in the next one.